Hello. Today in our lesson, we are going to talk about the salutations and greetings in Hindi. So when we start with the salutations, the first thing that we say to somebody when we meet a person is to say Namaste. And when we say Namaste, we always take both our hands together and bow a little and then say Namaste. Namaste, this is a greeting that can be said at any time of the day. So when you meet a person, whether at 8 in the morning or in the evening, you can say Namaste. It is a greeting that can be said at the time of meeting and also at the time of departing. So Namaste is a greeting that we always say to each other. The first question when we meet a person is if you want to know what is your name. So you remember we said Aap means you for someone older or formal. So when we say what is your name, we start with your name. So we say Aapka naam kya hai? Aapka, your, naam, name, kya, the first question word, what, hai, which stands for is. So you ask the person, Aapka naam kya hai? What is your name? And to answer this, you would say, Mera naam Shachi hai. So my name is Shachi. So I said Mera, which is my, naam, name, Shachi, that's my name, is, for the is, I said hai. So Mera naam Shachi hai. I repeat here, Aapka naam kya hai? Mera naam Shachi hai. When you want to ask the same question to the person, you need not repeat the whole question. Rather, you could just say or aapka, or meaning and, aapka which is your or yours. So or aapka means and yours. And so the person says Mera naam Ramesh hai. So Ramesh is a name of a boy in India. So the person can say Mera naam Kate hai, Mera naam Carly hai, whatever the name is. So that's the first question. Coming to the next question, when you ask a person, how are you? The question word for how is kaise. So you would say, aap kaise hain? Aap, you, kaise, how, hain, are. Aap kaise hain? How are you? When you answer to this, you could say, Main theek hoon. Main theek hoon. Main meaning I, theek which is fine, hoon that is am. So you say, I am fine, main theek hoon. And again, to repeat the question, you would say, or aap, which is and you, or aap. So this question was, aap kaise hain? Main theek hoon. Or aap. And so the person will answer, main bhi theek hoon. So the bhi here stands for also. So main bhi theek hoon. I also fine am. Main bhi theek hoon. The next question, which is a very common question when you travel in India, is when people ask you, where are you from? So when you have the question word where, then the question word here is kahan. Kahan. So the question is going to be, aap kahan se hain? Aap kahan se hain? Aap, you, kahan, where, se, from, hain, are. Aap kahan se hain? Where are you from? And the person would answer by saying, Main India se hoon. Main India se hoon. I, India, from, am. That is what the sentence structure in Hindi is. So the question was, Aap कहाँ से हैं? मैं इंडिया से हूँ. और आप? The same question. And you? So the person would say मैं अमेरिका से हूँ, or anything, मैं UK से हूँ. So this is how the third question was. Now if the person wants to ask you where do you live, so you may be from US or you may be from India, but you live in a different place, a different city. So if I want to ask you where do you live, then I would say आप कहाँ रहते हैं? Or if you're talking to a girl, then the verb changes and you say आप कहाँ रहती हैं? So you have आप कहाँ रहते हैं or आप कहाँ रहती हैं, where आप is you, कहाँ, that's a question word where, रहते or रहती stand for live, and हैं is an auxiliary verb here. So you say आप कहाँ रहते हैं, and the person answers by saying मैं जयपुर में रहती हूँ, if it's a girl saying it, or a boy says it, मैं जयपुर में रहता हूँ. मैं जयपुर में रहती हूँ, which is मैं, I, Jaipur the city, में meaning in, रहती live for a female saying it, हूँ which is an auxiliary. So मैं जयपुर में रहती हूँ. And the last question is to ask the person what do you do, for which we say आप क्या करते हैं if you're speaking to a male, or आप क्या करती हैं speaking to a female. You've done this question word before, क्या, which means what. So you said आप क्या करते हैं, आप which is you, क्या what, करते to do, हैं that's the auxiliary, और आप क्या करती हैं which is again the same, you what do. And the person here answers by saying मैं टीचर हूँ, मैं डॉक्टर हूँ, मैं इंजीनियर हूँ. So you see that when we are talking about professions, we generally in spoken Hindi use professions in English. So we always say मैं interior designer हूँ, मैं driver हूँ, मैं architect हूँ. So we always use them as it is. So I would repeat the question. So you ask the person आप क्या करते हैं or आप क्या करती हैं, and the person answers by saying मैं टीचर हूँ. And then to ask the other person you would say और आप. So the person can answer मैं प्रोफेसर हूँ, मैं डिज़ाइनर हूँ, whatever. So these were all your common questions and answers to talk about when you're meeting somebody for the first time. This was all for now. Namaste.